What's going on, good people? It's Will from Arrendondo Firearms Training. Tonight I'm working on some transitions, so I'm only using the targets across the top that you see in front of you. Those are 1/6 scale targets, so basically what happens is they're sides so that for every foot that you're away from the target, it would simulate 2 yards from an actual target. So I'm at about a 15-yard simulated distance, so that's how big the targets would look if they were at 15. So what I'm basically doing is just working on transitioning from one target to the X. You see I have some of the targets angled as they would be in a competition, as well as some that have hardcover tuxedos and just partials. But just in a real world sense, you may only have a piece of your threat available, so that's what that would simulate as well. Or your threat is angled at a different position, like maybe they're peeking out behind cover or something, so they're leaning out. So you could look at those both ways for those of you that are tactical Timmies. So I'm not going from the draw. I'm using a par time and give myself 4 seconds to shoot all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 targets across the top, twice each, just looking for all A's, meaning the centermost region of the target. And I'm not going from the draw because I want to eliminate that part from the drill, just so if I have a really fast draw on one and I make it, or I fumble with my draw and I don't make it, I just want to focus on the transition. So I'm just going to go from kind of a compressed ready, get my index, and then go right to left, left to right, right to left. I thought I had my gun on me, but I didn't. All right, so we'll see if we can make them all. So I made that one, but I had 2 C's on that second target, so we want all A's. Oh, see, I'm late on that one. I was getting A's, but I'm going too slow, so we got to speed this up. There we go. And those were A's. Cut that one close. Didn't make that, so this is about the right time because it's going to force me to push. I know some of you wanted to see the targets that I'm shooting at while I'm doing drills, so I figured I'd just try a different angle with the camera. Let me know if it sucks and I'll go back the other way. Right to left this time. Now when I do it that way and I'm really focusing on leaving as soon as I press that second shot, then I'm fine. When I don't do it, I'm not. So that time I didn't make it. So let's do that again and see if we can speed that up. There we go. So now I'm going to try to do this a little bit harder. So I'm going to go outside left, center target, center right, and then get the next 3 or 4. So I'm going to skip targets. Almost. Let's try that again going the other way. Seems like I'm faster right to left for whatever reason, which is kind of funny because if I had my choice in a match, I typically shoot left to right. But doing this is showing me that I'm actually faster right to left. So I'm going to have to keep that in mind, one, and speed up my reps going left to right so that they can be even. I really don't want to have to shoot a particular array one way or the other. I'd rather be pretty balanced and not have a preference. Also making sure that I'm really gripping the gun hard as shit. That's something that I've had an issue with lately, where I started to relax my grip when I shouldn't. So I'm making sure on each one I'm actively gripping the shit out of the gun. All right, so let's go center, outside, outside, outside. I see these targets aren't even too. I should have one more up there. Late on that one, all those extra transitions. I tried to go head boxes that time. Half of those were mics. Let's go head boxes the other way. No mics that time, but definitely a bunch of Charlies. So I probably had 3 alphas and the rest of them were Charlies. Let's go middle and then across, skip one. We'll do the same thing. Middle, far right, and then back across, skipping the middle one since we already shot it. And you might do that in a match if you're wondering why you would shoot that fucked up order. If you were approaching an array like this, to say they did have, for some reason, that many targets out in the open, and you were moving down almost like what would be kind of like a hallway where there's walls, that center target, that tuxedo, might be the only one that's visible as you're approaching. So you might want to shoot that one coming in, and then once you get into position, the other ones will become available. Then it's up to you to figure out if you're going to go right to left or left to right. Skip. Let's do that again the other way. So this is all I'm doing tonight, again and again. So I'm going angle targets and then cleaning up the rest. As you know, with transitions, you have to lead with your eyes. Eyes, and then the gun will follow, or the gun should follow. It's funny because just doing this right now, I'm starting to break a sweat. I think that's a combination of me trying to drive the gun and then also squeezing the shit out of it. Change levels on this one. So we got that bottom target involved. Let's go the other way. So we're swapping the tuxedo for that larger target. Didn't make it that time, so let's do that again. All right, so let's go back the other way and swap that far right target for the lower one. A lot of times we think of transitions being left to right or right to left, but sometimes they're top to bottom, bottom to top. But if you have your choice, you're going to shoot bottom to top so you can ride your recoil up. Let's go one apiece on all of them. Oh, that's hard. Let's try that again. Let's go across the top first. One apiece, all of them. Damn, I just barely made that. Let's go the opposite way. Didn't make it that time. Just trying to shoot all A's too. I'm not just trying to hit the target I want to. Oh, that was the mic on the tuxedo. Trying to get all A's and not just trying to hit the target just randomly anywhere I want. Trying to shoot A's, obviously in a competition, you don't want all A's. That means you are going too slow. But here I'm just trying to make sure that I'm as precise as I can be. So this is what I'm doing. If you have any questions, let me know. All right, so those of you that are in the Delaware area, Philadelphia, southeastern Pennsylvania, southern Jersey, northern Maryland, I'm having a dry fire class on the 26th of this month, September. So we're going to focus on drawing from seated positions as well as our reloads. All of it's going to be done from concealment. So if you need some work with that, let me know. We'll get you registered. There'll be a link below for that. And as always, if you have any questions, let me know.
Start steam, what you know about PM16, yeah, you're 16, the clip 16, what you know about the AK-47, the